All right. Just gotta wait a few seconds for YouTube to catch up to the video and make sure I'm coming through okay, volume-wise, and, then we'll get going. Alright, here we go. We are live. Alright, hey, everybody. Welcome back to Misfit Corner Scams. It's there, knows Andrew speaking, and we are live streaming. It's Saturday night, one of my favorite nights of the week, and, I'm so happy to be here with you guys. I did send the invite out to Avery. Hopefully he'll be able to join. My technical difficulties that I was having this evening was um, my computer has been running slow. And you guys may have noticed in watching some of my videos lately that some of the video was delayed or paused and the audio kept going. I was trying to fix that as much as possible in iMovie. One of the things you can do is you can recopy the video into the audio file and then move things around so it lines up the audio with the video. And my gosh, that's a pain in the butt to do. But what's happening is my computer's running out of memory and everything is going slow. So the reason why we were running late this evening is because all I was trying to do was send an email to Avery through StreamYards, and it was taking forever to open up an email in order for me to send it to Avery. So hopefully he'll get it. I am running a program in the background to help clean up my memory and fix that. But of course, I kicked it off 15 minutes before I started to go live, and it takes longer than 15 minutes to run. So hopefully we won't have any more problems, but I hope everybody out there is doing fantastic. Let's check in on the chat real quick and see who all's here. Let me blow up the screen a little bit so I can actually read everything. And let's start from the beginning. That's the best place to start. Sarah's here. Hey, Sarah, how's it going? Says hello to everyone from Connecticut. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Glenn's here, of course. Glenn, multitasking tonight. The Broncos play the Lions in 15 minutes. Okay, who are we rooting for, Glenn? Neither one of those teams are in my must pay attention to list. So tell me who I should be rooting for. Jim says hello, good evening, and all happy Saturday. Welcome to the show, Jim. Manuel's here. Hello, my good friend. How are you? Oh, Avery's here. Let me pull him in real quick. Hey, buddy, we're live.
What's up?
How's it going?
It's all right.
All right, good deal. Well, I was running late this evening because I just was telling everybody my computer's running slow because the memory's almost full. So I was running an application to clean up the memory. And of course, I kicked it off 15 minutes before the live stream, and it takes longer than 15 minutes to run. So everything was going slow. But we're getting there. So I'm glad you're able to join. Welcome to the show, my friend. All right, let me catch up on the chat. Manuel says good evening to Sarah. I put a message that says be live in just a minute. Technical difficulties. Yep. Manuel says good evening to Jim. The two of us is here. Says hello, Drew. Welcome to the show. The two of us has been leaving some really great comments on some of my videos. I'm enjoying the heck out of them. So I appreciate you being there. Thanks a lot. Jim says good evening to Manuel. Manuel says good evening to the two of us. Tim says, Tim's here, says good evening from Western Kentucky. Welcome, Tim. Welcome back to the show. Craig's here, says hello, everybody. Hey, Craig, how's it going, my friend? Manuel says good evening to Tim. Glenn says, forgot to pay your cable bill to the scammers. Yes, I have yet to pay them any money at all when they call. Guys, that call that I got recently where the lady told me that I had DirecTV, and I said, no, I've never had DirecTV. And she says, you don't have DirecTV? Well, you can go to hell. That was literally like yesterday that I got that call. So they are still calling, and I love it. I'm trying to remember. I think that call came on the home line and not my cell phone, which is normally where I get the cable provider scam calls on the cell phone. So it's on the home number, which means they'll keep calling. Love it. Sarah says hi to Manuel. How are you? Manuel says good evening to Craig. Tim says, I hope Drew didn't blow away. No, I did not. It's actually really rainy and windy out right now. Not nearly as bad as 2 weeks ago when it was downpouring. It was freaking. I felt like a wet cat when I got home. Coming in out of the rain, I was soaked from head to toe. Tonight, it was just ugly out, but it was more drizzling than downpouring rain. So That's a good thing. We call it Florida snow here in Jacksonville when it rains. That's Florida snow. Craig says hi to Manuel. Manuel says, I'm doing good, Sarah. Maria's here. Hey, Maria says, hello, Drew. Welcome to the show. Berth is here. Berth says hello to everyone this evening. Mike's here. Hey, Mike, how's it going? The scam callers called me 6 days a week. Yes, actually, today was really, really quiet. I think I got maybe only 3 or 4 calls. I was busy working in the store, so I didn't answer and talk to any of them. But I think I only got like 3 or 4 calls. So, and that's probably because, okay, let me explain something. Open enrollment for the marketplace technically ended yesterday on the 15th. I went to the website and verified it's actually open through January 15th. But if you want your insurance to start on the 1st of January, you had to get it by December 15th. So when they tell you, no, open enrollment for the marketplace is January 15th, that is true. But if you wanted your insurance to kick in on the 1st of the year, you had to do it by yesterday. So when they call, just so you guys know, if they call you and they tell you it's open, you know it is open, but not if you're going to get insurance on the 1st of the year, which I think I'm going to use as a point of contention when they call me this week and say, yes, it's still open. So wait a minute, but I want it on the 1st, and just to see what kind of crap I can give them. Manuel says, good evening and happy Saturday to Berea. Darlene's here. Welcome to the show, Darlene. Darlene says hi to everyone in pink hand waving. Manuel says good evening to Mike. Manuel says good evening to Darlene. And Manuel has thumbs up and happy faces. Very good. Just Me's here says, and the scammers go on. Yes, they do. Absolutely. Well, what's so funny is I was actually asking some of the scammers that were calling about the marketplace what their calls were going to be after the 15th. And none of them really wanted to answer. The Medicare calls, which Medicare open enrollment ended on December 7th, have still been coming in, but they've gone back to, have you gotten your new plastic card? There's a rebate that you can get. So the Medicare scammers have switched from open enrollment for Medicare into all the other scams they do with Medicare, where they're simply trying to get your information. They want you to give them your name, your address, your date of birth, all the information that they need in order to do fake and fraudulent Medicare claims. That is a huge business where they use your information, file a claim against Medicare, and get paid for services you never asked for, you never received, and they get the money for it. So whenever they call about Medicare, know for a fact all they're trying to do is to get your information. They're not going to ask you for your credit card number. They're not going to ask you for your bank account information. They want to get your Medicare and personal information. So please be aware when those calls come in. And everybody here knows Medicare doesn't call people. Medicare does not call people. They do not have time. There are millions and millions and millions of Medicare patients out there. They do not have time to call them every single day. It just doesn't happen. Sarah says, where's Betsy? She is actually outside the room, but I do have a cat in the room right now. My cat, Regal, well, technically it's my wife's cat, but she kind of claims me, is actually sitting right here on top of a couple of my comic book boxes. If I do not let her in my office in the evening, she will stand out my door and meow and meow. So I let her in and I give her a place to sit. Right now she's sleeping. She's curled up right now. But maybe if she gets active, she'll come and make an appearance, but we'll see. But thank you for asking about the monster. Glenn says, try clearing cache. Yes, that's one of the things I'm doing right now as well. Dave says, hello, Drew. Welcome, Dave. Welcome to the show. Manuel says, good evening, just to me. Manuel says, happy Saturday to Glenn. Just Me says, have my friend Daniel from American Solar has called me at least 40 times. Oh, wow. Yeah, have I gotten any solar panel scam calls recently? I don't think so. Those kind of slow down. So The cable provider ones have started back up again, which is great because I love those. Those are actually ones, I'll be honest with you guys, I love the cable provider scams because you can draw that one out for a long time, wasting their time because there's so many steps involved in that one. Same thing with an Amazon scam. There's so many steps involved in that you can drag it out for a long period of time, and I love those. All right, let's see here. Sarah says hello to Avery.
Hey.
Welcome to the show again, Avery. Glenn says Broncos, of course. Okay. All right. Since neither the Broncos or the Lions are in my division or in the Jaguars division, I say my division like I'm part of the team. I put on the jersey and all of a sudden I'm on the field. But I will root for the Broncos tonight. Can do. Mike's here. Hey, Mike says hi from Chicago. From Chicago Bears suck. Okay. I don't think we play the Bears this year. I got to check. I know we play the Ravens tonight or tomorrow night. That's a national game tomorrow night at 8:00 for anybody interested. I called my dad up and we were talking briefly about the game tomorrow night. I said, Dad, one of two things is going to happen. He says, all right, what's your prediction? I told him my prediction is we're either going to win by 1 point or we're going to lose by 20. And he just starts laughing. He says, Drew, way to be an optimistic. So the Ravens are really good, and there's a really good chance they're going to come in here and kick our tail. So fingers crossed it doesn't happen, but I don't have high hopes. Manuel says, good evening to Dave. Craig says, like button, please. Yes, of course. Thank you, Craig, for reminding. Dave says, hello to Avery. Manuel says, hello to Avery as well.
Hey.
How far behind am I? I'm 8 minutes behind, so I'm catching up. Hey, Pez is here. Hey, Pez. He says, good day, everybody. Hope you're all doing well today. Fantastic, my friend. How is the world down under? I hope everything's good. Dave says hello to Manuel. Daniel said, oh, I know this person. This is Crazy Lady. Says hello from New York City. Welcome to the show, Danielle. I actually know her. She's a cookie. Manuel says good morning to my friend Pez. That's right, absolutely. Danielle says had a call from a bogus collection agency. They said I lived in Michigan and gave the wrong 4-digit Social Security number. That's funny. Pez says good day to Manuel. Poor Dirt Farmer is here. Hello, Poor Dirt Farmer. Welcome to the show. Poor Dirt Farmer says raining here in Suwannee County, Florida. Yeah, it's raining here too in Jacksonville. It's not cold. It's raining and it's windy, but it's not really cold out, which is good. So Manuel says good evening to Danielle. Just Me says one scammer from my television service wanted to know how many I had. I told him 10. He called me a thing bee and hung up. Well, you can have 10 TVs in your home. That's not, I mean, if you think about it, the living room, multiple bedrooms, you could have one in the kitchen. Some people have them in their bathrooms. I would never put a TV in my bathroom, but you could have 10 TVs in your house. Easy.
In Florida, it's really common to have one outside.
Yeah, the garage. Yeah, they're very common.
Or
in the back on the back patio. That's right. Yeah, it's not unusual around here. 10 TVs is not a crazy number.
No.
11. 11, that's just insane. Nobody would believe that.
Lots of people, especially people that have really big houses, have like 10 TVs.
Have TVs in like every room. Yeah. Actually, we honestly only have 3 TVs. We have the formal living room, the living room, and then my mother-in-law has one in her bedroom. We don't have one in our room. I don't have one in the office. We only have 3. And I only watch the TV when I'm eating dinner with the wife, and we watch TV. Actually, you know what just started? Avery, I don't know if you're into this at all. On Amazon, the 2nd season of Reacher started.
Never watched it.
We just watched the first episode. It was fantastic. Great setup. Great. I love the characters, and it's a good show. If you have Amazon Prime and can watch Reacher, the first season was really good. The 2nd season, we're only 1 episode in. There's 3, I think, that's available right now, but we watched 1 tonight. Fan-freaking-tastic. Love that show. One of the things. Okay, let me break from the conversation for just a second. That he said in the episode, which was really, really interesting, and I never thought about it, is they get a list of what they immediately believe are aliases for somebody. But every name starts with an A, and the last name starts with like an M. So it's like Alan Milton, Alex Morrison, AM, AM. And Jack Reacher, the character, says they must be aliases. And the reason is because all the initials are AM. That way, when you're signing something, you do A squiggly, M squiggly. And that you can keep the same signature every time for every one of those names, because nobody really verifies that. So all you have to remember is how you sign the A and the M. I'm like, that's brilliant. I never put that together, but that's fantastic. So if you ever go by an alias, like if I was going to go by an alias, I would go by Anthony Carter, and so if I sign my name, I could sign it in my style and it would look the same. Just cool. These guys, the show is about, they call themselves the Special Investigators. They were a group of military investigators that investigated crimes and all sorts of stuff, and they're really, really smart people, and that's something I never would have thought of, but I thought that was great. So if anybody out there is watching Reacher, first episode, second season, fantastic. Ready for the rest of it. All right, let's see what else is going on here. Craig says, Drew, you seemed intrigued with my idea of turning my volume all the way down so I can't hear my scammers while I lecture them on paying back all the money they've stolen. That's a good idea. I say go for it. But I have a strange feeling they would get tired and frustrated with not being able to interrupt you and get through to you, that they would just hang up on you. So you turn the volume down, it's not going to make it. They'll probably end up hanging up on you quicker. So my goal is to always keep them on the phone as long as possible. So Sarah says, Avery Cat got your tongue? No, he's usually a really quiet guy. Avery's a quiet guy, right? See?
There's nothing to say.
Not yet.
He's just rambling.
I'm reading the chat.
Okay.
And rambling. Yes, I am. I haven't even gotten to the story of what I did this past week. So Darlene says, only a dusting of snow here, more rain tomorrow. Ooh, a dusting of snow. I love that idea. Actually, speaking of dusting snow, my mother called, and Avery, I don't know if this is true or not. She said if I wanted to make my beard look white, to use cornstarch and not baby powder. Have you ever heard of that?
I would never know. I would.
Okay. Well, she says cornstarch will make your beard look white, which was the goal, but it doesn't get all over the place, and it's washable. Well, I guess baby powder would be washable too, but she told me use cornstarch instead of baby powder. So, have you ever had the need to dye your beard white?
No.
Okay.
Nor would I.
I know. Pez says, good day to Jim. Manuel says, good evening, poor dirt farmer. The two of us says, we want to say hello to everyone. So many people, we will get the name soon. Not a problem. Tim says, I have driven through your Florida snow. I take that any day over the Kentucky snow. I bet. Well, there are times of the year when the rain literally comes in sideways because of the wind that's coming with it. And it's extremely ugly to try to drive in that crap. Just straight downpour rain is bad enough, but you get the wind involved, and it's nasty. Manuel says, Dirt Farmer, he says, thumbs up to Manuel. Burst says, I love when you ask the question because it throws off their script. Oh, it does, and I love it. BB is here, says, hey, from BB, sorry I'm late. I am doing it right this time. BB, right? Not Bebe, BB. Glenn says, package to you mailed Thursday. Merry Xmas. Oh, fantastic. Thank you, Glenn. Glenn's sending me something that he wants me to have, so that's cool. I'll have to keep an eye out for it. He says I'll be able to use it all year round, so I'm very curious. Manuel says, good evening to births. David says, hey, Drew. Hey, David, welcome to the show. Nakwi Raza says, have you received your new Medicare card, Scam? I get those all the time. I haven't received a new Medicare card, which I don't have Medicare, but that's okay. Manuel says, good evening to BB. BB says, not sure how long I'll be on tonight. Been dealing with some health concerns the past few days. Oh, no. Well, do what you got to do. Take care of yourself. That's important. I always find, I don't know about anybody else. I always find when I feel down, whether it's like getting a cold or congestion, a hot shower and go to bed. That's my cure for everything. It doesn't necessarily cure a damn thing, but it makes me feel a little bit better, at least momentarily. I think a nice, hot, soothing shower prepares you to lay down and be able to get rest. So maybe getting rest is ultimately the better thing. But please, baby, take care of yourself. BB, not baby, BB. One of these days I'll get it right.
Hey, baby kids, we don't die, we multiply.
Manuel says, my friend Drew, Ramat again tomorrow between yes, Ravens and Jaguars. It's going to be a good game. Fingers crossed. It's not a blowout. Fingers crossed. It's a good game. BB says hi to Manuel. David says to BB, I hope you feel better soon. Absolutely. Pez says good day to BB. Manuel says, my friend Drew, about the Ravens versus the Jaguars tomorrow. Yes, it's going to be a good game. Hoping. Sarah says, I'm allergic to cats. Really? That stinks. I don't think I'm allergic to anything, at least knock on wood, that I'm aware of. There hasn't been any medications I have an issue with. I've always lived with dogs and cats, never had a problem.
I'm allergic to putting up with their bullshit.
Oh, I bet. You'd think I'd be allergic to scammers by now, but I'm not. I still they come and it's crazy.
No,
I was literally talking to my wife last night, and I said, do you realize that this is the second year of daily videos, and they're still calling? They're still giving me content.
Yeah,
it feels insane to me, but okay. Crazy.
They love you.
Colorado Radio says, good evening, Drew. I sent you an EM. Yes, I did get it. I've got to look and find out what I used to have Skype on my computer and have used it before. I have no clue what my Skype ID is. So it's been a while since I've logged in. So later on, I'll log in and I'll send you that information, and we can definitely hook that up. Colorado Radio wants to do an interview with me about the Scam channel. So I'm like, cool with that. But we're going to do that very soon, hopefully very soon. ING says, questioning the Humana prescription plan. Okay. Craig says, BB, take care of yourself. Absolutely. BB says, our four-legged kids can be as much of a problem as our two-legged ones. That is true. Hold on a second. Tarkor 854 says 1NOORU for PE42. Okay. I'm sure that's code for something. I'm just not sure what. BB says hi to Craig. Hey, Tattle's here. Hey, Tattle, how's it going? Says my Medicare scam calls dropped significantly this week. Mine did too, but they're still calling. They're still attempting other scams, which is fantastic, which I'm okay with. As long as they don't give up. As long as they don't give up on me. They keep trying. I'm okay with that. The two of us says, how do they process a Medicare fraud? A shell company? I'm not 100% sure, but it goes on all the damn time. It happens a lot of the news doesn't cover it. Every now and then you'll see an article or you'll see a newscast talking about somebody who was arrested for Medicare fraud, but it happens all the time. And a lot of it is simply billing Medicare on your behalf for services that you never received, or for items you never got, or never asked for, or never wanted. you know, and they will. And a lot of times, from what I understand, Medicare gets inundated with so many requests that often they pay them out before they do any type of validation, any deep digging and validation. Like there was, I forgot what show I was watching, where it was a investigator for the government was investigating a doctor's office. I think it was the show about painkillers on Netflix. And I don't know how true to life this was, but the woman went to a doctor's office because she was investigating potential fraud. And she said to the doctor, "We see that you've billed for x-rays or something, and 5 a day for 30 days straight." It's just, it wasn't the fact. I mean, of course, they already paid and everything, but it was the fact that the number was very, it was very, it was constantly. It was constant, is what it was. Or maybe it wasn't 5, maybe it was 15 a day for like 30 days straight. And it threw up a red flag. But it wasn't until after that was all done before they started to investigate it. So Medicare tends to be a pay it and then look into it type of thing. And they know that. So they try to get away with as much as possible. And the more valid information they have, your Medicare number, your name, your address, your date of birth, and your doctor's name, as the more valid information they have on you, the harder it is for Medicare to identify and flag as a potential risk, potential fraud, the longer they can get away with it. That's really what it is. And I don't know if they use a shell company or whatever, but quite possibly they could. I mean, I probably should do some research and find out what kind of Medicare fraudulent claims are out there. I'm sure there's articles out there talking about it. It's very far and few between. It's not something that's on the tip of everybody's mind, even though it happens every day, all the time, which is crazy that our government gets taken advantage of like that. But it happens all the time. And it's not just foreign call centers that do it. There are people, doctors, entities in the US that commit Medicare fraud. It
Well,
happens. So,
they're too busy stealing as much as they can themselves.
well, that's true. That's true. I mean, taxation is theft, remember?
Absolutely, it is.
Yep. BB says, thanks to Craig. Muzamil Awa says, hello, big fan. Well, thank you. I hope I'm saying the name right. I'm trying. Tattle says, my solar scam calls were up this week, usually from Daniel. Okay. I don't think I've gotten consistent solar scam calls to where I remember the people's name, but the Medicare and Marketplace one, it's a lot of Marks, a lot of Jameses, a lot of Mikes. Mike's another very, very common name. Mark Wilson seems to be a very common name, and I've gotten the call from multiple Marks. Emmanuel says, good evening to Colio Radio. I don't know why I said Colorado Radio. It's just so weird. Nakwi says, do you have any idea how these healthcare scammers earn money? But just transferring calls to the licensed agent, they earn money. Well, we did have a guy on last week that said that that he works in a call center in India. It might have been Pakistan, but he said that when they call, they transfer. And if you stay on the line for a certain amount of time with the licensed agent, they get paid based on that amount of time, no matter how long you stay on the call. The actual ins and outs, I do not know. I do not know for sure. But with me, the bottom line is I've been on the national do not call list, so the licensed agents should not be calling me. That's why they get a third-party call center. And here's the trick with the third-party call center. I have numerous calls in which they call, they verify your information, they transfer you to a licensed agent, and they sit there on the line. They stay on the line and they listen to your conversation. They're trying to get to gather your personal information. So technically they're transferring you to a licensed agent who is actually there to help you, but they're listening in on the call and listening for you to reveal your personal information. I've had them on there way longer than they should. And that's part of the scam. That's part of what they're doing. Coolio Radio says, I have a list of condemned houses that I give them to the solar guys. Very good. The address, I know I've mentioned this before. The address that I use, 611 East Adams Street, that is for the main homeless shelter we have down here in downtown Jacksonville. Um, I feel bad sometimes because I'm assuming they're probably getting a lot of Timothy and Eugene and Carl's mail at that location. But you know, I'm sure they get a lot of mail they don't need. BB says hi to David and Pez. Manuel says good evening to Tattle. David says hey to BB. Sarah says my son is a Giants fan. Okay, very good. ING says hi to Pez. Jim says I got a back brace scam call this week. I get those rather once or twice a week, but they haven't been coming regularly for a while. But that's also part of a Medicare scam, where they're trying to get your information, your Medicare information, in order to send you a free back brace. And I almost 100% positive you're never going to get anything ever. You know, I know. Oh, okay. He's just repeating the same code. I'm not sure what exactly. I'm sure it's maybe something I'm supposed to read out, but it doesn't make RU4 PE42. I don't know. Sorry, dude. Sorry, can't help you. Manio says good evening to Muzamil. Manio says Naki, good evening. Oh, Andy's here. Hey, Andy, how's it going? Hi there, everybody. Danielle says smiley faces. Yeah, I hope you're laughing. I told you I do this, and it's pretty crazy. Darlene says, my cat Izzy claims my bed. She does let me sleep on it, too, as long as I leave her enough room. Well, Regal, the one that's in here right now, she will, after 10, 11 o'clock at night, she will meow at me and kind of tell me it's time to go to bed. Because as soon as I get in bed, she crawls up next to me and curls up next to me. Now, she doesn't stay. She doesn't stay all night long. My wife says that she puts me to bed and then we'll get up and go into the living room and sit with my wife. But she makes me go to bed, which my dog, Charlie, used to do that. He used to come to bed with me, wait till I was asleep, and then he would get up and leave, and he would go sit in the living room with my wife or whatever. But then he would be back in bed in the morning, so it always felt like he slept through the night with me. But my wife says he rarely ever did through the entire night. He just made me feel good. Sorry, guys. Craig says, Coolio Radio, laugh out loud, list of houses condemned. I wanted to use an address for a building that I knew had been torn down and there was nothing there. But every time I think about it, I forget to make a note of the address. And the 611 East Adams Street is just burned into my brain. I can't help. That's a good one. And I've only ever been called out on it one time. One scammer actually checked it and called me on it. So Pez says, good day to ING. Manuel says, hey, to Cord, happy Saturday. Just Me says, that's what I said. Okay. Manuel says, good evening to Andy. Naki says, license agents pay them for talking with patients like license agents pay them for talking with patients like seriously. Okay. ING says hi to everybody. Tattle says, got 4 solar calls last 2 days in which they promised a free consultation. In all, before they could ask me any questions, I asked them to set up the consultation. Each hung up rather than make an appointment. Really? You know, that's funny. That's what they're there for. Why would they hang up when you want something that they're offering? Unless, of course, they're not going to actually give you what they're offering. Glenn says, must have TVs across from the toilet. No. If there was a TV across from the toilet in my bathroom, it would be in the shower. So that's not good. Tim says, I have 3 TVs, one in my garage, comes in handy when I'm working out there. That's cool. That's cool. So our garage is filled with crap right now. Between my crap, my mother-in-law's crap, my father-in-law's crap, my two nieces' crap, and my sister-in-law's crap, and my daughter's crap there, and my son's crap. There is so much stuff in there. There is no going out and working in the garage. That does not happen. One of these days we'll clean it out and clean it up and make room for stuff. But yeah. BB says, LOL, I told them the same thing, that I had 10 TVs. I may have to try that, guys. I may have to try that. Wuzamil says, explain about FCC Affordable Connectivity Program. It provides free internet only to those who are on food stamps, SSI, SNAP, or veterans benefits. I get those calls, and I always want to find out more about what they're trying to do. And for some reason, I've never gotten to the end of that call. I've never gotten to it. They either hang up or they curse me out or whatever. So I haven't actually gotten to the end of one of those calls to find out. So we'll see. They will call again. Bill's here. Hey, Bill. Bill says back again. Fantastic, Bill. Welcome back to the show. And let me see. I'm only 20 minutes behind. So Bill's been here for a while. Sorry, Bill. The two of us says, we saw the video where you called back repeatedly and kept getting different company names. We have, of course, 2 comments. Very good. Very good. Bill says, Reacher is cool. Excellent. Good. Cool. I'm glad you like that one. Aurora says, I like to merge my scammers with Calling Oats Hotline. Calling Oats Hotline. I'm not sure what that is, but okay. Very good. The two of us says, comments to follow, Drew. 1, very interesting approach, sometimes appropriate for your day, your flavor, your show, and your choice. Nice. Very good. Thank you. Bill says, you are in my house now, Fatso. Oh. Did I release that recording? I had a call. I got to check and see, where I asked the guy where he is at, and he told me he was in my house. And I go, you are? Oh, that's right. I was at the store, so it was a recording. I don't think I've made it into a call. I made it into a video yet. But the guy actually said, I'm in your house with your sister. And all I could think to myself was, why would my sister be there? That's weird. They have a thing for moms and sisters for some reason. It's weird. You were going to say something, Avery?
I think in their culture, it's a bigger insult.
I think so too. I
think that's what it is. To us, we just like, yeah, your mother.
Yeah.
And like, no one cares.
Yeah.
Like we've been hurling your mama jokes or your sister jokes, your grandmammy jokes since we were like in kindergarten.
Yeah.
So like everybody's got a pretty thick skin to that.
Well, that's one of the reasons why when Avery and I used to go out every Sunday, and we would bring Mike with us, and we would constantly pick on each other. Mostly it was you picking on me, but but we kind of did it to maybe not to harden him, but to get him to not let it affect him, you know?
Yeah.
Like, this is what guys do. Guys joke with each other.
It's
constantly.
Like, you know, like there's a meme, you know, girls interacting, fake compliment back and forth.
Right.
Guys interacting, it's fake insult back and forth.
Right. And I think he got comfortable with that to the point where I'll be out with him and I'll say something rather insulting or mean, and I'll be like, dude, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to say. He's like, Dad, you're fine. You did not offend me. You did not hurt my feelings. This is guy talk. And I said, okay, I forgot. We're good. But that's just a guy thing. And that's great.
Well, because we don't, it's usually understood without saying it. You don't mean it.
Right.
It's just guys busting balls.
Man, Avery, if any one of us became offended by some of the conversations we've had in the past, we would never talk to each other again.
No, exactly. We say horrible. Like some of the stuff we say, like
I'm just thinking of conversation.
Like you'd get banned off of YouTube for saying some of this shit.
Do you remember? Never mind. I can't do it. It was a Rommel joke, and it went way too far.
Yeah,
but it was fantastic and
no,
memorable.
it shouldn't be repeated on air.
It should be repeated on air
because we see the most awful shit to each other.
Yeah. But that's just so their ideas of insults are hilarious to me.
Yeah,
you know, they are
like
absolutely
really
hilarious.
My friends are better than that. Like my friends insult me better.
My
than that.
kids insult me better than you do, guys. Come on, you got to do better than that. Yeah,
like this is weak sauce.
Absolutely. I'm sorry, it's just funny.
Yeah, they're terrible.
So okay, that was the last one I read from Bill. Okay, Manuel says good evening to Bill. The two of us says two. Great one. More anger and being rude is always better. I've been finding myself getting more angry with some of these callers lately. I don't. Maybe it's because I'm getting frustrated with how stupid they are sometimes, where I can only pretend to be stupid for so long, but they are got to be third grade intelligent level, you know?
Aren't you at like 48 years now? So when you gonna hit that limit?
What?
You can only pretend to be stupid for so long. You're at 48 years.
I'm at 49. I'll be 50 in a few
I'm sorry,
weeks.
49 years. When are you going to hit the limit?
Never. Never.
I can only... it didn't work. You messed it up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Damn. All right, back to the comments.
Damn it.
Bill says, hello to Manuel, and pink hand pink waving. Bill says, only Santa dyes his beard. And there's a reason why I was bringing that up. I had a story to tell you guys. I just haven't gotten to the bottom of the comments to tell you guys the story.
Santa Claus is coming to stream.
Bill says, dyes. Yes. Manuel says, we got rain today in Louisiana. Okay. Stay out of the rain if you can. Glenn says, new scam. Ask if I had Medicaid so I could qualify for free internet. I said I only have Medicare. And then they said, good day, and hung up. I don't get the play. That's really weird. Stacy's here. Hey, Stacy says hi to everybody. Welcome to the show, Stacy. Manuel says good evening to Stacy. Bill says howdy to Pez. Berth says I love it when they hang up on you when you ask them questions and throws them off their script. Well, honestly, guys, some of the questions I'm asking them are extremely simple. Like, I'm sorry, what did you say your name was? I'm sorry, what company are you calling from? And they will hang up on that. That they get so thrown off their script, they cannot go back and repeat stuff. They're so dumb. So dumb. I'm really waiting for a smart scammer. I'm waiting for somebody that has a little bit that can react on their feet, move, dodge, weave, take a question, I answer them, and maybe not, even if they don't answer it, work a way around it and maybe do something else. But they're dumb. They are literally hiring the bottom barrel, the scum at the bottom of the barrel, which is sad, but it's also hilarious at the same time. Stacy says hi to Manuel. Manuel says that my niece's dog is BB. Very good. Stacy says it's Sunday morning here. All right. You're in Australia too, is that right, Stacy? I think so. Yeah. Stacy says hey to Pez. Manuel says good evening. Happy Sunday to Stacy. Stacy says hey to Bill. BB says, wish I could take a hot shower, but told not to because I have an infected arm. Oh, goodness. Due to lymph nodes removed back in 1995. I have breast cancer, so had to mastectomy as well. Oh, my goodness, BB. That's a lot. There's a lot going on. You can't take a hot shower? That sucks. Ugh. Well, please, do whatever you can to relax and maybe get some rest. See if that helps. I have no idea.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah, Stacy says, thank you, Manuel. Same to you. BB says, cool to Manuel. Manuel says, hey, BB, take care of yourself. Stacy says, hey to BB. Bill says, are you interested in Roy Rogers' lunchbox from the 50s? Laugh out loud. I think we've talked about that before. I don't know anything about lunchboxes. Now, I do know that stuff is very highly sought after and collectible in some, in some, not groups. What am I looking? Collectors.
Yeah. There's an audience for that.
Well, there is. You just got to find them. You just got to find them. And I tell people that all the time. I literally had somebody come in the store last weekend. They were looking for ET related collectibles. And I'm like, damn. I mean, I think the 40th anniversary of ET happened or has just happened, and they were looking for collectibles. I'm like, I don't have a single thing related to ET anywhere in my store. Probably have a copy of the movie, and that's it. But I'm like, that is such a niche collector's thing, you know? That's crazy. But yeah, that's what they were looking for, ET stuff. And I'm like, wow. I'm sure it's out there. You just got to find it. BB says, hoping I don't wind up in the hospital. Oh, goodness. Yeah, that's not good either.
Yeah.
Go if you got to go. But if you can avoid it, do your best. Darlene says, my mother was allergic to cats. She had a close-up. She had to dose up on her meds when she took care of me and the boys when I was on bed rest. Oh, goodness. I don't think anybody in my family, my like wife, kids, parents, nobody was allergic to cats or dogs. I always thought that was weird because Todd was allergic to dogs. He could not come into my house when we had a dog, which I thought was crazy. But he's very, very allergic to dog hair. But luckily, Charlie, he was one of those. He was a Jack Russell, and they don't shed. So there's not hair all over the house. He had come over and visited me when I had Charlie, and we'd gone on walks together, and that was fine. But in the enclosed house, he couldn't do it. So, yeah, but nobody in my family was ever allergic to dogs or cats, so we've always had pets like that. So it's hard when you're allergic to something so cute and adorable as cats. Bill says to Stacy, hand pink waving.
Kittens are cute and adorable.
Kittens are cute and adorable. Cats are pains in the asses.
Cats are assholes.
They are. Glass bottles here. Hey, man. Says hello, E&E. Tara Korft, 854 says Medicare numbers, no rupee for TW. Okay. I'm not sure what he means by that, but okay. Manuel says good evening to Glass Bottle. BB says, I'm in the choir at church and we are having our Christmas cantata tomorrow. That sounds awesome. Very nice. What's your favorite Christmas song? I always, even though I sing horribly, I was always a fan of Silent Night. That was one of my favorite songs. And my wife and my mother were in the choir at our church, and they asked me not to sing because I'd be sitting behind them and I'd be trying to sing, and they asked me, would you please
don't sing,
stop singing, please. So okay,
you're terrible.
I am absolutely.
That's all. That's so mean, though.
Do you know what my favorite joke is? And my mom actually told this to me one time, and I love it. She said, Andrew spent all the money I gave him on singing lessons on comic books. Absolutely 100% true. If she ever gave me any money for singing lessons. Yeah. But that was her favorite joke, is to tell people, yeah, Andrew sucks at singing. All the money I gave him for singing lessons, he spent on comic books. Yep. Glass Bottle says hello to Manuel. Jim says good evening to Glass Bottle. Tara Korf says Medicare, no rupees for you. Okay, yes, no rupees for you. BB says, I love hot showers, and it stinks. I can't take one because of my arm. Sorry to be a downer. Well, BB, everybody goes through something sometimes. So, I mean, just do what you can to stay healthy and stay out of the hospital if at all possible. This season is a horrible time to be stuck in a hospital. Absolutely. Actually, when I had my 2 minor strokes, oof. I tell my wife, I said that was the perfect time to be in the hospital. It was during COVID, which meant when I got there, because of my symptoms, they got me in immediately. And because of COVID, nobody was allowed to come in. I didn't have any visitors the entire time I was there. I got there on, I think, was it a Tuesday? I was there Tuesday and released on Friday. No visitors whatsoever. And for me, that's actually a wonderful thing because my mom is a former nurse. And if she was allowed to visit me, she'd be there the entire time telling the doctors and the nurses how to do their job. And I didn't have to put up with none of that crap. And that was wonderful. And she was pissed when I told her how wonderful it was that she wasn't there. She was like,
"Oh yeah,
I would have been there right there." And I said, "I know, Mother. That's why I'm thankful for COVID. Not thankful for COVID, but thankful for their rules." Yeah, I know. I said it.
You said it. I know you didn't mean it like that.
That's not what I meant, but you guys know.
I know.
ING says hand pink waving to glass bottle. Manuel says hand pink waving, hand pink waving, hand pink waving. Stacy says hello to ING. Glass bottle says I had on the news long time ago where people were getting back braces and leg braces they never requested. Yep. Oof. I absolutely 100% believe that happened. Nigella's here. Hey, Nigella, how's it going? Haven't seen you in a while. Good evening. Glass bottle says, hey to Jim. Manuel says, good evening to Nigella. Just Me says, just got a Roaring Godzilla and King Kong comic. The Justice League versus King Kong and Godzilla. Very cool. Avery, I don't know if you know about this, but what? DC is doing a crossover series, limited series, Justice League versus King Kong and Godzilla. Okay? Based on the legendary movie versions of the characters, the most recent ones. And they put out a special issue where when you open, you've seen those Christmas cards or birthday cards where you open it up and it plays music.
Yes.
They actually produced a comic where when you open it up, you hear either Godzilla or King Kong roar.
Okay.
I think it's the silliest, stupidest thing, but I also think it's freaking fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't know how much that issue cost. I think it was probably like $9.99 to get that. But there are people out there who absolutely loved it. One of my customers came in. She had a video on her phone of her opening it up and having Godzilla roar at her, and she loved it.
Hey, man, if the customer likes it, then
hey, yeah, we think it's silly as hell. But hey, if
people like it, man.
Yeah, but that is a thing right now where you can buy a comic book where Godzilla or King Kong roar at you. Yep.
I probably would have thought that was cool when I was 15.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. ING sends a hand pink waving to Stacy. Nigella says most such calls from Rawalpindi, Pakistan. Okay. See, I know some people can tell by the accents or the dialect where they're from. I have no freaking clue whatsoever. I've had a couple where I've asked them, "Are you from India? Are you from Pakistan?" And then I'll have somebody comment and says, "Dude, that's a Filipino." I had no idea. I do not know. Craig says, "Baby, they're going to have so much fun singing tomorrow. Christmas cantina." That does sound nice, but honestly, I don't want to go out at night to go see something like that. I'd rather, have it closer to home or during the day. A lot of people like going to concerts at night. I don't like driving at night, so that's just a thing. Tarcord says a Medicare number and spells no rupees free. Oh, very good. Very good. 1NOO0 RU4. Oh, no rupees for you. Okay. Sorry, that joke took a while to, and when you have to explain it, but that's okay. Very good.
Took a while.
Glenn says, wow, I'm getting a free laptop because of Social Security. They are sending it to Betty's apartment at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Northwest Washington, D.C. It should get there in 2 to 3 days. Fantastic. Oh, wow. Craig Brown says, BB. BB says hi to Stacy. Tattle says, been asking scammers what when they send the new card they claim they sent. Yet to get an answer. They read scripts as if they never ask. I ask again and again after they finish reading scripts until they hang up. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I released this one where the lady called and said I was getting a new Medicare number and that she needed to verify my information so she could activate it. And I said, well, I haven't gotten the card yet, so I don't want you to activate it until I get the card. She goes, no. We have to activate it before we send it to you. So wait a minute, I don't want you to activate it and then send it to me. What if it doesn't come to me? What if it comes to somebody else? What if somebody else gets it and it's already activated? And she's like, sir, you don't understand. I said, I understand completely. It's just something to tease them about because they're dumb. Sarah says, how far is Jacksonville from Naples? Naples is down south, right? I think Naples is like middle of the state, I think.
No, I think no.
No?
Mm-mm.
Crap, I'm going to have to bring up a thing.
Google it.
Naples, Florida. Oh, it's on the other side of the state.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see where this is. Ooh. Because Yuli's mom, I think, used to live in Naples. It was years and years ago. Oh, it's way down. It's down south. It's like, okay, Fort Lauderdale and Miami are on this side. Fort Lauderdale and Miami on this side of the state. Naples is like directly across from it on the other side. So it's down near the tip of so it's about, I would guess, about 8 to 10 hours away from Jacksonville. So it's a drive because I know Fort Lauderdale and Miami are about 8 hours away. Last Bottle says these scammers stop calling me because they know I will abuse them hard. Well, see, I've abused them before and they still call. So I don't know if they do it because maybe they give up, but you know. Burr says earlier this week I got a Medicare scam call. He asked what I did for a job. I said state of Missouri, specifically Medicare fraud, automatically hanged up. That's good. That's good. Bill says I will send you my a Canadian penny for half off. Oh, okay. Stacy says hey to Tattle. Just Me says, have you heard the Kit Boga maze of misdirection video in obtaining Bitcoin? Very funny. I haven't checked out Kit Boga in a while. I used to watch his videos fairly regularly when I was first getting into to making videos of scam baiting. But he's such a level above like anything I would do, the voice changer, the all that stuff, The best I can do when it comes to voice changing is try to act differently, and sometimes I forget to continue it, so sometimes I don't even try. Glass Bottle says it's more of personal info and sell it to scammers than the money coming in. Yes, that is true. BB says my cat wanted to sleep on my chest last night. Laugh out loud. Mine has a tendency, Regal. She has a tendency. She will curl up against my back. So if I roll over or roll around a little bit, she yells at me, saying, type of thing. But I guess my back is very warm, so she likes to curl up next to my back. Yeah. Glass Bottle says hello to Pez. Stacy says cats rule the house. Yes, they do, or at least they think they do. Burr says Kit Boga maze is hilarious. Craig says just me. I don't know. It's very Lenny bot. Okay. BB says my cat gets mad if I don't go to bed when she thinks I should. Yep, absolutely. Manuel says I have 2 dogs sleeping with me when I go to bed. Are they big dogs or little dogs? BB says my cat, her name is Roezi. She will get up and come into the living room and sleep on the couch if I get her up and put her around at night. If I get up to put her around at night. Okay. Stacy says my garage is full of crap also. Yeah. When my wife and I first bought our first home, there was a time when it was getting so cold outside that there was frost on the windows. And when I had to go to work, I hated having to scrape off the frost before I left home. So I actually cleaned out my garage enough so that I could put my car in the garage, so that in the morning all I had to do was open the garage door and take the car out. There wouldn't be any frost on it. And when I did it, I literally called up my dad and said, "Dad, you're not going to believe this, but my car is in the garage." Because the entire time my parents had a house with a garage, the car never went in the garage because we had so much crap in there. He thought it was hilarious that I was able to get the car. And then I told him that I had to actually climb out the window in order to get out of the car because there was so much junk in the garage.
Jeez.
Oh, that was back in my younger days when I could get away with crap like that. Couldn't do it now.
No.
Tattle says, I use a fake address with a house number too high, yet to be called out. Very good. Very good. Raki says, license agent pay them $30 for 60-second buffer. And if the patient picks up the plan over the phone, they pay them like $150 to $200. That's crazy. License agents are just wasting money if they're paying those people to be idiots. Bill's here. Hey, Bill, how's it going? Sometimes I'm called 100 times a day, 9,000 calls since April. Yeah, that's right up there. That's right up there. Bill says, I'm just enjoying the show. Well, very good. Stacy says, when a scammer rings me, I act so dumb and make them explain everything to me so that they stay on the line for ages. Very good. Very good. Aurora says, look up Calling Oates. You can select a song from Hall & Oates. Really? Okay. Okay.
Nice.
That could be fun. That could be fun. Manuel says hello to Aurora. Tim says, I hate having to scrape frost off my car windows in the fall and winter, so my car and truck stay inside each night. Well, that's good if you can fit it in a garage. Aurora says hi to Manuel. Sarah says, tell them that your mom and sister have died. I've done that before, and they don't care. And I've even said my mom's dead. I don't have a sister, and they don't care. Tim says, I have asked scammers, how's your mother? They would cuss me out and hang up. Very good. How's your mother? Bill says, have you ever used microfiche? Believe we used microfiche back in high school. Am I right or am I right? I remember using microfiche back in high school.
I never used it.
Yeah. Aurora says, you mean to desensitize. Okay, yes, with the boy. That's right. Glass Bottle says, scammers think they are cute and funny cussing. They do. Tim, Glass Bottle says to Tim, yes, always abuse the scammers. Just Me says, Glenn, genius. Jim says, me and my two friends used to get a tape recorder and make jokes, hike down on each other and other people years ago. We used to do worse than that. We used to actually make videos. There is a video out there of us as kids just being dumb and having fun doing it. It exists. We've watched it like a few years ago. We watched it and it was pretty funny. It was sad, but it was pretty funny.
One guy I know's home videos though got him in a lot of trouble.
Was that the one that did the videotaping of them smashing up the home?
Yeah, it was national news. Yeah,
it was national news. Bill says, take it to the limit one more time. BB says, cornstarch is better than baby powder, but neither is good to breathe in. Oh, well, that's okay. Maybe my mother's trying to kill me. That's always a possibility. Laura's here. Hey, Laura says, you're a one-man army. Yes, I am. I'm a one-man army. Glass Bottle says the scammers know the Medicare stuff ended on December 7th. Yes, they do. That's why they're doing different Medicare scams now. Sarah says, BB, thoughts and prayers for you. Stacy says, yes, I'm in Australia. Okay, see, I knew that. I think you joined once before, at least once before, and I remembered that. I'm good. Tattle says, smart scammer is an oxymoron. If they were smart, they'd have an honest job. That is absolutely true. Aurora says, prayers to you, baby. BB says, thanks to Drew. Well, absolutely. Manuel says, hello to Laura. Glenn says, let me transfer you to a senior lying agent. Yes. Laura says hello to Manuel. BB says the scammers on Facebook get me. They really think we haven't figured out now that they're friends. Manuel says you have the same name as my niece. I think he's talking to Laura. Sarah says I had a beagle and I was not allergic to her. She is now deceased. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, my Charlie's been gone for 3 years now. Damn, I'd have to double check, but yeah, it's been a while, but still think about him. So they never leave your thoughts, you know. BB says friend request is a bunch of BS. Yes, that's true. I stay away from Facebook if you can, and Twitter, X, whatever. Stay away from all of it, but Instagram's fine. I haven't been on Instagram in forever. Avery, are you regularly on Instagram?
I look sometimes.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I haven't posted much of anything on any social media in a while.
Well, YouTube's really the only place I'm active. So I always tell people you can reach me there. Bill says cats are psycho, dogs are crazy. Yeah, I can believe that. I can believe that. BB says, Drew, I have several favorite ones. I think a lot of my favorites are the German Christmas carols. Oh, okay. Silent Night, still one of my favorites. Witchy Lady's here.
Got run over by a reindeer.
Oh, that's a classic, you know. Witchy Lady says, hello all, what kind of store do you have? It's a comic book store. Well, it originally started as a comic book store, but being set up at the flea market, it had to evolve. I have comics and graphic novels. I have DVDs, Blu-rays, Legos, toys, just a lot of stuff, a lot of different stuff. And my daughter came by the store today with Raphael, her fiance, and they came shopping. They were looking for little knick-knack type gifts that they could give to people who, like, if you show up at a Christmas party and there's somebody there you didn't know was going to be there and you want to make sure everybody gets a gift. So she picked up a bunch of like kid stuff and fun stuff. And I was like, it's good to have a dad who has a store where you can just come shopping and not pay, which is fine. I would never make her pay. So she has helped me in the past cover my store when I'm out of town. So that's payment enough. Tim says, I would ask my sister as she sang, when you get the guitar part, where do you would you leave it out? I would ask my sister as she sang, when you get to the guitar part, would you leave it out? Okay. Manuel says, good evening to Winona. BB says, oh man, bummer, but okay, if it works for you, then all right. Okay. BB says, thanks to Craig. Bill says, shout out to Avery. Absolutely.
Yo,
shout out to Avery.
What's up?
Darlene says, my sister who lived with our mother got a kitten after mom died. The kitten was such a wild child. It was destroying things, so she dropped it off at the Humane Society. Oh, goodness. We had a cat who she was the most cuddly, adorable, loving cat you would ever have. Her name was Gracie. And she got out and came back home. And several months later, she had a baby. And the baby was his name was Elvis. She was Gracie. He was Elvis. He was, you knew he was part feral, meaning she had a boyfriend who was feral, because he was just feral is the best way to put it. And he and my dog would fight. And they would fight like if you watch them, you would think they were clawing each other's faces off and biting each other's heads off, but they were literally just playing with each other. The cat would beat him up and scratch at him, and he would put his jaws around, and they would never hurt each other. They were playing. They were always just playing, but they fought like cats and dogs. But he was one of those cats who just had that wild streak. Is not a wild child. It was more feral. He was half feral cat, and it was always fun to watch because he was an idiot too. But don't tell Mike I said that, because that was Mike's cat. Glenn says Broncos 0, Lions 0, second quarter. Okay, all right. Something better happen soon. BB says it's during the day. Oh, okay. Well, good. That's when I'd like to go see singers, is during the day. BB says I will be singing instead of a sermon. Okay, good. I like that. Aurora says Naples is south of Sarasota. Yep. Laura says Naples, West Florida. Yes, it's on the other side. It's on the side nobody cares about. With Tampa. Nobody cares about them over there. I'm just kidding. Everybody loves the west side. Whatever. Sarah says Naples is gorgeous. Visited my sister and brother-in-law. Okay. Aurora says Kit Boga made the gauntlet. Okay. Tattle says I've abused scammers, but they call me more. Yes, they do. Bill says hey to Glass Bottle. Glass Bottle says hey back to Bill. BB says, well, got to go, folks. My cat wants me to take a lukewarm shower and go to bed, and I guess I should. So you all have a great Sunday and have a great week. Catch y'all next Saturday, right? If you'll be on. Oh, I will be on. I've got plans for next Saturday. Next Saturday should be fun. We'll see what happens. We might be able to. We might have a guest visitor for next Saturday's show. So stay tuned. Manuel says one is a big dog, the other is a small dog. Okay, very good. Bill says I used to drape my truck under a tarp to keep the snow off. Did that work? I mean, I'm assuming if you did it worked, but yeah. I've never dealt with snow down here, so not really.
It's a tarp.
Tarp, okay.
The snow will be on the tarp, so you just fling it off.
Fling it off, okay.
Yeah.
Manuel says, my friend Drew, how much more days left to work before you leave? I think I have 20 Fridays left. 20 Fridays left. So the time is a kicking down. It's kicking down, and I'm loving it. Danielle, who was here earlier, is one of my coworkers, and she hates it when I remind her of how much time I have left.
Andrew, ticking down.
Ticking down? What did I say?
Kicking down.
Kicking down. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
All right, guys, we're gonna have to hurry up. We're already running over. Let me see how many. Okay, I don't have that many comments left, so let me see if I can catch up. BB says it's pronounced Rosie, like the flower. LLL. Take care, folks. Have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. If I don't catch you before then, good night. All right, excellent. Well, I should be streaming next Saturday before Christmas, which is on Monday, and then I should be streaming the next Saturday, which is the day before New Year's Eve. So nothing's changing. Saturday's still going to be the same. So I don't have anything happening, nothing going on. So I'll be here if you guys want to join. So, all right, let's catch up on the chat real quick. Bill says, have you tried the new AI music app? No, I have not. AI music, is it where it creates new music, or is it something else? Aurora says, when I merge the call, I pretend that I can't hear the music and don't know what they're talking about. They keep yelling at me, can you turn off the music? I answer back, what music? That is freaking hilarious. That is wonderful. I love that.
Be like, what music? Are you okay?
What are you talking about? Are you okay?
Do you smell burnt toast?
Burnt plastic? Is that what? Yeah, that's good. Stratos is here, says, I like to see how far you can go with them. Yes, well, we try. I try to go as far as possible. Sarah says, my dog's name was Sparkles because she brought a sparkle to our lives. She's been dead 18 months. Oh, goodness. Sorry to hear that, Sarah. Puppies, there was a quote I read one time, and I thoroughly believe it. And it said something along the line of, and I'm paraphrasing here, dogs and cats, and it was specifically about dogs, said they are in your lives for a very short period of time, but you are in their lives their entire life. And that, I don't know, that just makes me warm and fuzzy thinking about that, you know. My dog was in my life for a short period, 12 years, but I was in his life the entire time. So That's not exactly what the saying is, but you guys get the point. It's much more elegant and poetic and heartwarming. Where I
Until you
explain
butchered it.
until I try to explain it. Yeah, exactly. Strato says usually you cut them off short. Well, I try to keep them on as long as possible. I do. What happens is I like to ask questions, and that throws them off their script, and oftentimes it pisses them off to where they end the call. Where me, I'm just trying to expand it, and so. But yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Sometimes I can keep them going, and sometimes they don't have patience. I found the lady scammers have very little patience for being stupid, for playing dumb. They don't like to put up with it. They will hang up really, really quick. Where guys, they'll continue and keep going. I think maybe it's because the guy scammers really are dumber. So that's just the truth. Glenn says Monday, our last 3 senior center sing outs of the choir for Christmas program. Okay. This Monday is your last one. Okay. You're not going to go out singing on Christmas Day? I don't know. Is that a thing? Probably not, I guess, if everybody wants to spend Christmas with the families, Darlene says, a lot of my family and friends are on Facebook, only communication with some. That my mother-in-law has that issue. There's a lot of people she only talks to on Facebook. Honestly, I could avoid my family altogether by not going to Facebook. It's a wonderful thing. Smidgen's here. Hey, Smidgen, popping in for a few minutes. Merry Christmas, everyone. Absolutely, Smidgen. Hope you're having a good one. Manuel says, good evening to Smidgen. Craig says, Aurora, that is great. ING says, have a great week all. Fantastic. Smidgen says, hi to Manuel. Bill says, Merry Christmas. Motion says, hi, dear. Welcome to the show. Smidgen says, we're at the train display at the local IOOF lodge. It's fun to see. We're not members. Okay. I don't know what the IOOF is, but it's probably like a moose lodge or something like that, or a veterans lodge or something. But that's kind of cool. Very cool. Bill says, I don't know. It is AI. Laugh out loud. Okay. Manuel says, hey, Motion. Sarah says she was 9. Okay. Bill says, my first dog was a Dalmatian. His name was Pepper.
Oh, wow.
Very nice. Very nice. Now, from what I understand, Dalmatians can be very big dogs.
They can be really
big, yeah.
They can be really hyper.
Hyper, yeah. Okay. Sarah says, good night, all. Happy Saturday, Sunday. And Mushin says, good night from a call center agent. Okay, excellent. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. All right, we're going to go ahead and wrap up. I appreciate everybody who came in. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your weekend. I hope you have a great week in preparation for the Christmas break, the Christmas holiday next weekend. A lot of people have a 3-day weekend because Christmas is on a Monday. What am I talking about? On Monday. Me, I'm taking Friday off, so I'm going to have a 4-day weekend. So I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be great. And I hope everybody stays safe. If you travel and visit family and friends, please travel safely, everybody. I want everybody to get back home safe when they're done visiting the family and eating the pie and eating the cake and turkey and whatever else is you eat. My family is partial to lasagna on Christmas Day, so I'm looking forward to that. My mom's already been telling me about it, and I love it. And just always a reminder, if you get the calls like the ones I get, hang up on them. Or screw with them like I do. And if you do screw with them, try to record it. Record it so that you can share it with everybody else. So the bottom line is, screw and share. Have a great weekend, everybody. See you next week. And thank you for joining.